based on this relationship situation or this looking at the Brian Landry Gabby Petito situation. Yesterday something went down on the internet, I guess, between Dababy and the Dan, how do you say her name?
I don't even
Danny
know how to say it.
Danileigh. Danileigh.
Danny.
Danileigh.
No, it's
Oh yeah,
Danileigh,
I
nigga.
thought it was. Yeah, I thought it was that too. I thought it was the Dan. It
I
was
don't
like
even know
Dan,
what I just said.
but Danny Lay. So I'm gonna let if you any of you seen the video. I'm sure y'all seen it, right? Obviously, EJ.
Oh yeah,
Seen the video
I've seen everything.
of him and her arguing.
Yeah. So explain what exactly happens in this video of what took place. What it seems like took place.
Pretty much is just I don't know if y'all ever been around real deal baby mama, baby daddy drama. That like he was pretty much just saying that he wasn't with her. They aren't together, and she wanted to stay at his house. And
all right, now who would you say was that?
What?
Who would you say was the agitator in this situation?
I would say Dababy.
In my opinion,
why would you say?
In my opinion, it like the way I put it is Dababy probably just can't deal with her like postpartum rage, because that's from what I seen her and it looks a lot like a postpartum rage, right? And you know what I'm saying, like I don't even know who to say who really at fault in this situation, but it just like it just seems dirty. Like I feel like both of them did stupid shit in the situation.
Yeah, I'm not saying anybody's at fault in my opinion. What I would say is that, like, as far as who made the situation worse, I would have to say it's on him, because regardless if they having issues, you know what I'm saying, that's one thing. But like one thing I've noticed just from seeing Dababy from afar, like whenever he's on social media, even when he's talking to fans, even when he may say like the most straight up asshole shit, he be joking half the time, or like he just be like sarcastic. Like that's like his sarcasm in a way. So like when he started like, putting her on camera saying, "Oh, this is my side bitch. It's my side bitch." Like it kind of sounded like, he was almost teasing her, like he was antagonizing her. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that may be how he feel now. Like, like I'm not really trying to deal with her, and she's on side bitch timing, and whatever. But it's like, my nigga, like, deal with your issues, and you feel me? Like, I don't know. I've never been the type of nigga to want to put my business, my relationship business, like on blast like that. So just the fact that they was even on Instagram Live,
that was OD. Him being on Instagram Live with her, that was
that while she was still there. Like, I thought that was mad immature.
You know what I'm saying? He provoked her. That's
he provoked her. Yeah, exactly.
On Instagram Live. And like I said, she probably been annoying the shit out of him with the postpartum, and he's probably like, "Yo, you gotta go," and he probably really don't want to be with her. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like she probably is really like his side chick, because apparently, from what I know, I haven't looked it up yet. His original baby mother is pregnant right now with one of his babies. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this, right? I'm gonna have to play devil's advocate here, because
I'm
gonna tell you straight up, I don't think Dababy's at fault at all. I think he straight up didn't do nothing wrong. First off, I feel like in life people need to start, especially when it comes to things, whether it be between men and women or between partners, whatever, people need to start splitting blame 50-50, just like they split the responsibility of a child 50-50. You know what I'm saying? Or they expect it to be that way. So, one, if that girl was already in the baby's house, as we could see in the video, he clearly let her in, unless she's very good at breaking and entering, like Catwoman or something like that. He clearly let her in. From what I've read, she's been living in the baby's house with the baby and their baby for 3 months at least, right? So, and again, as far as responsibility, if you are someone and you're an adult and you're having consensual sex, and you know the person you're having consensual sex with, and you know it's someone like Dababy, Future, Young Thug, Drake, you know what I mean? These are guys that it's like you can't even. They have many side chicks. You're every chick they're with is basically a side chick, because who's to tell who's really the main chick just because you have a baby with these men? And that's another thing that I think is and I'm gonna say it, I think it's a woman thing, that a woman problem is a lot of women feel, especially if they have a child with a man who has no other child, especially with anyone else, or even if he does, like in this case, they think that makes them some more entitled to something. You may think that, but in the mind of most men's head, nah, because we all understand most pregnancies that happen aren't, and like this one, I'd assume, wasn't exactly a planned pregnancy. You get what I'm saying? So I don't get why women would think that a man getting you pregnant would change his behavior at all, especially if he's as privileged as Dababy, where he has money, he could go, you know what I'm saying? Like the nigga could go do whatever he want to. He could be on the other side of the world, whatever. Mm-hmm. What would make you think that situation? Because, for example, everyone that I've talked to about this has tried to make it seem like Dababy is some kind of devilish nigga because this situation happened in the presence of his child or with the mother of his child. That same shit, if we talking about his actions and him putting it on Instagram or what he said to her, that same shit would have took place with or without them having a child, clearly. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So in my head, it's like, my point proven, exactly like you having a child with these niggas in their head, especially when you're rich like them. To niggas like Dababy and Young Thug and Future, of having a child is like just like a bracelet or something. You get what I'm saying? Because it's literally just another small bill that they have to pay. So how is it Dababy's fault? That does not mean his behavior was appropriate or that it was called for, because it was not. You get what I'm saying? He shouldn't have been. If you want to be technical, you shouldn't talk to nobody like that. Like, we all remember back in middle school, even when you said something bad to someone, or whether it be a girl, boy, whoever, the teacher would grab both of y'all and be like, yo, make you look at each other and apologize and say, don't do that to each other. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see why it's like now shit goes down and all of a sudden, kill men because Dababy's a bad person because he cursed out this girl on Instagram Live. Like EJ just said, and unlike her, it's not women's fault. They have postmortem situations after they have a child. Some emotions are different. Some women, it's like it varies. Mm-hmm. He clearly was trying to deal with this for 3 months at least. What we saw in a little 50-second Instagram clip, we cannot use to determine the length of some, you know what I'm saying? There's probably
we don't know what happened. Like, we don't know how she was behaving outside of the live word.
Hey, boom.
That's what I try to tell niggas too.
The last time these two people got into an argument and he didn't turn on Instagram Live, she could have been throwing shit at him. She could have been scratching him. She could have been trying to stab him. You get what I'm saying? Maybe that's why he even felt like, yo, let me go throw on Instagram Live just so whatever the fuck happens, people can see. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. And that's the one thing I did pick up from her, is that like she was very upset, and obviously like way more upset than he was. And while it may seem like she was just upset, about him, putting her on blast, it was obviously more than that. And I wouldn't be surprised if, like you said, she felt like, entitled, and it was on some like, regardless of all the bitches you fucking with, I'm the most lit one. Why you not fucking with me type shit? Like,
but my nigga,
and that's the energy I was picking up on, is what I'm saying.
That's the energy. And I had the conversation with someone else yesterday, and they were saying the same things. Like, but it's like, bro, am I not fucking with you? You are in my house right now. Like, the conversation I had with somebody, they were basically trying to make it seem like, oh, because of that incident that occurred, Dababy is less of a father. He's not as good as it's like, nigga, I'm taking care of this damn child. And it's not even just financially. Obviously, I'm in the presence of it. I'm here. The mother is with me in the house of it. Just because me and the mom obviously don't get along and shouldn't be forcing this relationship, doesn't mean that because I'm a terrible nigga. She clearly said shit too.
Yeah.
The only difference from what I seen in that video between his behavior and her behavior is that it was on his Instagram Live. So he was obviously like the jester. He was in control of what was going on.
Well, I just see a simple thing is she caught feelings and had a baby with the wrong nigga. Like he's not like, for it. Like you know what I'm saying. This nigga clearly has another baby mother that he probably wants to completely be. I don't know what their situation is. You know what I'm saying?
He probably don't want to be with nobody. He probably just want to fuck.
He's just doing him,
living his life.
That's the thing. When it comes to dudes of this status, for the most part, because not everybody's the same. But like when it comes to dudes
girls
like
don't like to date
obvious,
niggas like the other niggas. Girls will spend the whole year jocking niggas like Dababy, and then when he does shit like this, oh, what a dickhead.
Yeah, all hell breaks loose. Yeah,
y'all don't want to date Poindexter. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't want to date.
But I think the main issue is his other baby mother. That like what I think from seeing what I seen, because she mentioned him. him like because she was like, oh, he wants to fuck his baby mom and me at the same time, and blah blah blah. So
Nigga,
I'm pretty sure she's
most
a huge
niggas
point
do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Most niggas do.
And this is my thing. You can say whatever, and it's true. Men are shitty. They're terrible. They do terrible fucking things. But what I do not understand or get in life is when people, we all know these things, and then we like, for example, we all know the whole stereotype with Jamaican niggas, right? And girls will go date Jamaican niggas. They get into what I call the Jamaican nigga situation. And then they're like, oh, and it's like, well, you knew that this like, not justifying what he did and saying it's right, but you knew the type of nigga you was getting involved with. How did this girl know of Dababy? And clearly she must know Dababy as much and more than we know of him, right? And you're surprised he want to fuck his baby mama and you?
Like I said, she caught feelings for the wrong nigga. Like he probably was spitting some crazy ass game there or something.
Bro, and that but the secret for these females, if you really want a nigga like that, you gotta, just like any other nigga, you gotta want a nigga for who he is. If you really want that nigga, you gotta deal with it. You feel me?
Why you think Cardi B eventually stopped complaining about the Offset shit? Because she realizes like, bro, this nigga's not gonna change. You think Offset literally has a song in the lyric. He says, "Fucking other bitches with my bitch on lock." That is literally a lyric in the song. You can Google that shit and see that shit. You know, you think Offset's only fucking Cardi B? Come on, bro. But clearly she knows this, but she deals with it. And again, you
she
can
probably
debate
just tells
all
this nigga,
day.
don't bring no other baby around.
Boom. And at least she's still bossed up, doing her thing, worrying about herself. You would never catch Cardi B in this situation at like Delilah, whatever her name is. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Danileigh.
Danileigh, whatever.
Said Delilah.
Yeah. So, you know what I mean? Like, and I don't know. If you want to take it even further in the conspiracy thing, it's like, I feel like this could even be one of them situations where they both setting this up just to get her more clout. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
I thought about that.
For nothing, I agree with Nadlin though. I agree with Nadlin with him going live, and not for nothing. That was another thing I did pick up on, because he's already like kind of like a target, you know, in the eye of the public. You know what I'm saying? So he was definitely trying to like divert some of that attention quickly. Like, yo, look, she the one acting crazy, y'all.
But he's also very kind of not smart, as we saw.
Yeah,
from
I know.
Thing.
Because he still made himself look dumb.
Yeah, because you're not, at the end of the day, you're not in the right. You know what I'm saying?
No, exactly.
If he was in the right, then you'd be like, okay, broadcast this shit. But why would you go turn on your Instagram live camera to show you being a dick?
That's what an immature hood nigga would do.
And you know it's funny.
You notice how girls like dating immature hood niggas? And then
and you know another thing.
It's a shame I'm not one.
Another thing.
Word, right? I wish I was immature ass hood nigga before I be against me.
Another thing I want to bring about that situation is about him talking about some calling the cops, or like, you know what I'm saying, and making statements like ain't that considered snitching? Like to these niggas, it's snitching, bro. This nigga was talking to the cops.
Not in my opinion, snitching is
you drag. I would say he was trying to avoid a domestic violence case because he just had the LGBTQ on his ass.
I wish a girl would try. I'm gonna be singing in there. I'm gonna be like, nigga, she tried to stab me, shoot me, kill me.
Nigga, that's snitching, boy.
Snitching is snitching on a federal crime of shit of real niggas doing crime conspiracies or a crime family. That's snitching. Yo, baby mama try to kill you. That ain't snitching. That's you. Not snitching at all.
That's you covering your ass.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, which obviously is what at least was on his mind. Like you said, I think Clay, from given his situations he was already in, you know, he was trying to be on some like, let me be.
He was trying to be on the defense real quick.
Yeah, but clearly, like I said, backfired because you're not in the right. Even though I don't think he was in the wrong, I do not also think he was in the right, because he should have just like, and again, you know, like it's like a catch-22 situation, because in that situation, for whatever it started before the camera started rolling, whatever she did to piss him off, like I said, I'm sure she said something that was pretty, you know, that he didn't like. What can you do these days? Like, I'm not jacking fighting no girl, but it's like, it's niggas we used to sit there and let bitches go off. You know what I'm saying? Talking about my mama, all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like slapping me in front of my family, all type of shit. Sorry, bro. That's a no-go for me. It ain't going down like that.
Nah,
so this is like
I feel you. I hear you. But you know how hip hop culture is. Like that's too he definitely, like, you see on that shit. He can't rap about not talking to cops no more. In my opinion, he can't.
I honestly can. Because like I say, he ain't snitch on no drug charge or no murder charge or nothing like that. Because if the other way around, she would have did the same exact thing to him. You know what I'm saying? She
of course.
Yeah.
That's
you gotta protect yourself. You ever see this shit when I think it was on Drink Champs, when Pharrell was on Drink Champs and they was asking him about if he would call the police, and he was like, "Bro, I paid too much taxes to not call the police in a situation where I, you know what I'm saying? If it's, I'm not gonna snitch on nobody, but if it's coming to protect myself, I'm gonna protect myself, nigga. I'm not going. You know what I'm saying?
No, facts. No. I'm with you on that, but I'm talking about like the rap culture, how they feel about snitching. You know what I'm saying? And talking to cops, right?
What?
They need to keep that. They need to keep that. They need to keep that same energy. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to this, because she actually got locked up, and it said that he on the thing. It said that he was talking to the cops, and he made a statement, and that made her go to jail for assault.
Good for him. Go him. This is the same problem. This is why, just like how black people ain't really unified, this is why women are more unified in reality than men. Because if there was women that was having this podcast right now, they'd be like, "Go, girl, you should tell the police." Niggas be like, "Nah, nigga, you a snitch. You a bitch ass nigga." Like, no, nigga. If someone puts their hands on you or put you in a situation where you might go to jail for a domestic thing, do not get yourself damned up for that shit. Because that's some shit that cannot come off your record. If that girl said anything that jeopardized his shit to actually go to jail, what you think? You in the room talking to police and your career's on the line and Shorty said this, I'm going to tell the real story. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to let them go down that the baby beat his baby mama in the crib or whatever. Hell no.
Don't get me wrong. I agree with that. I'm actually really trolling right now. I'm trolling. I'm trolling the culture. I'm trolling the culture when it comes to snitching. Because another, you know what I'm saying? Because like this is how niggas are. That's
how niggas react.
Standard. You know what I'm saying? Not even how niggas react, because niggas wouldn't think that when it comes to snitching. You know what I mean? But it's out there. He spoke to cops. She went to jail for assault.
Shouldn't assaulted him.
Yeah. That's true. You're right though. You're right.
Keep your hands to yourself.
He definitely should have protected himself.
Keep your hands to yourself, because otherwise, right? Say he had decided to physically defend himself, right? Mm-hmm. It'd be a much worse situation for him than snitching.
Oh yeah.
And hip hop they'd abandon him that way too. Because ain't no rapper gonna stand next to no, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna be like, well, that nigga, he a wife beating ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Sometimes in life, bro, people put your back against a corner. What you gonna do?
Yeah, but his whole situation's messed. He just keep going. I don't know what's going on with him, but he just keep going through crazy ass situations that's messing up his career.
Yeah, bro. Like,
he'll be all right.
Yeah, he'll be all right. He'll be all right. Especially like I said, next just like
I don't think like.
Well, who you think is in worse shit right now, Travis Scott or Dababy?
Travis.
Because
Travis literally can't even come outside his house.
Nigga, you really had to think about that.
Travis
got to be looking through the blinds like this the whole past week.
Travis Scott killed a couple people. Dababy talked about the gay community.
Nowadays, that's like an even.
That's what I'm saying. He messed with the LGBT community, so I don't know. Dababy.
Speaking of which, that's a perfect segue into our next topic, which would be the whole Dave Chappelle situation. What's going on with